In this video, I want to introduce you to rounding to a certain number of decimal places. So when we talk about decimal places, we're looking at the positions to the right of the decimal point. So this position here, for this number 37.638541, the first number to the right of the decimal point is the 6. And then we've got the 3, then we've got the 8, then we've got the 5, then we've got the 4, then we've got the 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I wanted to round this to one decimal place, then what we do is we look for the first decimal place, and then we look at the number to the right of it, just as we've done for the nearest whole number, nearest 100, 1,000, etc. Okay, so you look at the number to the right of the decimal point and go, well, is this 5 or more? No, it's less than 5, so we round this down. So we round it to one decimal place, and it would be 37.6. And we abbreviate this as writing it to 1 dp. So decimal place. So let's be clear on this then. The idea here is that we're looking at a number line where we have 37.5, 37.6, 37.7. And then we have our midway points, so 37.55, 37.65. So 37.638541 would be somewhere around about here. And so that's closest to 37.6. So it's closer to 37.6 than it is to 37.7, for example. And that's based on the fact that you're looking at the number to the right of the 6. But we could also round this to 2 decimal places. So if I was going to round it to 2 decimal places, then I would look at the second decimal place, and then you look to the right. And this number is 5 or more, so we round this up. So we will be looking at 37.64 to 2 decimal places. So essentially, as you increase the number of decimal places, you are zooming in, essentially. So we'd be looking at 37.63, 37.64, 37.65, and 37.638, here's the midpoints, would be somewhere around here. And of course then it's closer to the 37.64 than it is to the 37.63. So you're looking at that second decimal place, one to the right, round up or round down. So to 3 decimal places, we go to the third decimal place, you look one to the right, it's a 5, so we round it up. So this is 37.638 to 3 decimal places. If we want to go to 4 decimal places, you look at the 4th decimal place, one to the right, we're going to round down this time, so that's 37.6385 to 4 decimal places. You could go to 5 decimal places. Look at the 5th decimal place, one to the right is less than 5, so we round it down. So 37.63854 to 5 decimal places. Okay, so that is the way that you round to a certain number of decimal places. You find the correct decimal place, and you look at one to the right, and that tells you whether you should round up or round down.